Welcome once again to the program Transforming Lives One at a Time. This program is aired every Saturday afternoon at 5:30. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel and my Facebook page, Transforming Lives One at a Time. On this program, we delve into real issues that affect real persons on a daily basis. Well, today we're going to be discussing challenges faced by children with disabilities and possible solutions. My guest today is team lead at the Children's Authority of Trinidad and Tobago, Department of Child and Family Reintegration Services, Tobago, Nicola Carrington. Ms. Carrington graduated with Masters in Social Work. She has over 14 years experience in social services and has a passion for helping persons in vulnerable positions. Her interest in disability peaked in 2014 as she keenly observed challenges faced by parents of children with disabilities. Ms. Carrington, welcome to Transforming Lives One at a Time. Very happy to have you.
Pleasure to be here.
Well, let's get into it one time. I know that it is not an easy feat dealing with a child or children with a disability or who is differently abled, as we now refer to it. Firstly, when we say a child has a disability, what does that really mean?
So that is really a broad spectrum that we're talking about. But ideally, we are talking about children who they're experiencing any challenge that restricts their involvement and their participation in society. So that may be mental, that may be physical, and really and truly it means that society has not really put things in place to ensure that this child is able to fit in and adjust. So, they make what can be a disability disabling and disables that person's involvement in society.
Okay. So what kind of challenges do families of children with disabilities commonly face, and just how can they be supported?
Right. So families who are providing for children with disabilities experience a myriad of challenges. So the first thing that could come to mind is stress, right?
Okay.
Mental burnout. So these families are isolated. These families are left out of many of the social spaces. So we have mothers who are caring for children. Some of them have to leave employment, so that brings on another challenge, that is financial challenge.
Yes.
Then we have a lack of support. Sometimes we see a breakdown within the family because this is something that the family never set out to experience.
Right.
And then we have little disagreements amongst each other as to how they go about facing these different, challenges that come along with each day. So social support, financial support, they lack those things, and it sort of helps to isolate them and keep them on the outskirts of society.
Right.
And one way that we can help, and I'm talking about not just you and I, where we're talking about the entire society, is by supporting. So many of these families, they believe that, they're experiencing this thing on their own. So they're off in isolation and they do not have any support. So many a times you will have mothers crying themselves to sleep because they don't know what to do. The child is displaying a behavior and they are at the point where they do not know how to treat with that behavior. And usually it stems from one child will be